Well, Jack, you got a taste of Super Rugby at the start of the year, then spent some time in the Shoot Shield, but how pleasing was it for yourself to get that recall later on in the year?
Yeah, it was awesome. Obviously, to get a little bit of a taste of it at the start of the year was what I wanted to achieve this year, and I guess for another opportunity to come up maybe a little bit later than I would have liked, but to get an opportunity on the weekend was it was awesome to get back out there and get on the big stage again. It's all I want to be doing and something that I want to continue to do.
You got some great feedback from Darren Coleman in the press conference after the match. Not sure if you saw it, but that must do wonders for your confidence.
Yeah, they've installed, I guess, a lot of confidence in me, and I haven't actually watched the press conference, but they've installed confidence in me all year, and been really good in letting me go back and play for East and play 80 minutes and develop there, and I've been able to control the team down at East and manage that week to week. So they've been great for me and given me a heap of feedback on what I need to do to get back in the team, and now that I'm back, I really want to stay for the rest of this year and hopefully next year as well.
Have you found that's been beneficial to your game when you go back to East? You really got control of the team, and you've got great players inside and outside of you with Teddy and Mazessi and Harry. Yeah,
I guess I'm pretty lucky to play with some of the players we have at East. Obviously we've got Teddy, Harry and Sessi here who I love playing with, but there's also such a good bunch of boys down at East. The clubhouse and the environment down there is unreal, and every time I get to play down there, it's a pretty special place.
And as you mentioned, you got next year as well at the Waratahs. It's a really good opportunity for you to press for your case for selection next year as well, this closing match.
Yeah. Hopefully, using this week to push on to next year and finish the year really well.
Being in a full-time program, just being able to be around the boys day in, day out, get that training, how's that improved your game and what do you learn off it?
Yeah, it's been massive for me. I guess, being outside and training every day with guys at the Wallabies, and I've done it for, 10, 15 years has been awesome. Coming in every day, we haven't got the results that we wanted this year, but just to be in the environment again and, continue to grow and develop my game under these awesome coaches and some pretty awesome players has been really good for me this year.
Obviously next year, sort of touch on next year then, there is that spot at 10 with Harrison moving on. Do you see that just as an opportunity really to pressure claims in this last game in Shoot Shield, so by the time 25 rolls around, you're getting more of those opportunities that you sort of touched on in 25? Yeah,
definitely. I mean, moving on to next year, and it's obviously focusing on this week and the back end of the Shoot Shield, but it's definitely a massive opportunity for me, and Harrow and Tane have been so good to me, so whatever happens in that aspect happens, and looking to press my claims further for next year as well.
And with Queensland Friday, it's that sort of natural rivalry. I know both teams are locked in position, but it's almost sort of have it to take its own meaning on just the history the two sides possesses.
Yeah, I guess it's a state of origin rivalry that everyone speaks about. It's as a kid growing up watching the New South Wales Queensland games, you always want to be a part of it, and I got a little taste of that in round one, and then to get a taste of that again at home on Friday night where I've never actually played before. So it's going to be a pretty exciting day.
As you mentioned, Jack, you've gone as a fan in the stands at Allianz watching the Tars growing up, but this is your first time playing at the venue.
Yeah, I mean, my sort of first three games have all been away from home, which, it's been special, but it's obviously not the same as playing at home. So, I can't wait for that feeling to run out there. And, I've been going there ever since I was, 6, 7 years old, watching the Waratahs, watching all these legends play. So to get the opportunity to go out there and do that this Friday night, it's going to be a pretty special night for me and my family.
A unique round two being grassroots round. You guys will be wearing your junior club socks and a celebration of all things good that are in the grassroots.
Yeah, I mean, it's a special round for us as players, getting to give back to those clubs that have invested in us from a young age group. And, I was so lucky that through my junior clubs and schooling that they were so good to me, and where I am now at East, I'm so appreciative of all the people that have helped me along the way.